this conference today. My name is Willow, and it's my great honor to be your MC in this morning session. So, nice to meet you. Before everything starts, I would like to introduce our housekeeping rules to you. First of all will be the toilet. The toilet locates on the right side after the entrance. Second, in the event of the fire, the alarm will operate, so we all need to leave this building. Please exit the same way you entered. If you find your way blocked, just follow the signs for the shortest route. Make your way to the assembling point outside this building, and please remember that no re-entering is allowed until instructed. Thirdly, as you may see, there are feedback forms on our desk. We will appreciate your help if you fill in these forms and give them back to our organizers. Dear organizers, could you please raise your hand to show who you are and where you are? Thank you very much. We appreciate your help if you help us with this form because it is really important for our interpreter to better themselves in the future. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Alright, now is the time for a real start. Artificial intelligence is no longer a science fiction. It is actually just around us. So we will be discussing its status, its ethics, its applications, as well as what we need to be prepared for the future artificial intelligence. Today, I'm very pleased to announce that we have a very outstanding team of speakers in our session. So now it's my great honor to introduce all of them to you from my far left to my far right. They are Ms. Louisa Schindler, co-director of the IDSIA. Welcome. Ms. Fabiola Agasist, data analyst of Roaming Boat Studio. Welcome. Mr. Tony Zhang, Senior Vice President of Qiandu. Welcome. Ms. Alma Dre, Senior Data Scientist of Casual. Welcome. And for this side, Ms. Zhou Jun from Industrial Chain of Artificial Intelligence. Welcome. Mr. James Gosling, father of Java programming language. Welcome. Ms. Li Xing, Professor of Institute of Computer Science and Technology of Peking University. Welcome. And our last speaker, as you may see from the PowerPoint, will be Ms. Jayden Garcia, Senior IT Consultant at Accenture. Unfortunately, she was caught by the traffic jam, but she will be here to deliver a keynote speech for you in the afternoon, and I hope you won't miss it. All right, now, again, please give your applause and warmest welcome to all of our speakers. Welcome, everybody. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Date back to the ancient Greeks, the thought of the artificial intelligence were raised by the ancient Greek philosophers. For thousands of years, people have extended their imaginations and created countless works that contain the AI elements. From mythology, science fiction to the movies, AI is always described as something that is surreal. But actually, it is penetrating in every aspect of our life and is changing our life rapidly. So that comes to our first keynote speech by Ms. Louisa Schindler this morning. She is a co-director of the IDSIA, also the professor of artificial intelligence from the University of Lugano. In her speech, we will know how the artificial intelligence will influence our human civilization in modern world. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Louisa Schindler.
It's not a so lovely morning, but I have to give you a very long speech, so forgive me. I'd like to begin with an opening joke. 3 prisoners were sentenced to death. One of them French, one of them German, one of them like you, Chinese. What's your last wish? They asked. the French guy, and he says, a bottle of exquisite French wine. And what is your last wish? They ask the German guy. He says, I want to give a speech. And what's your last wish? They ask the Chinese guy. And the Chinese guy says, I want to get shot before the German starts his speech. Unfortunately for you guys, it's the same. So, and my speech will be about the grand theme of the 21st century, which is the rise of artificial intelligence. And that, I believe, will going to transform every aspect of our civilization. So before we look at the current century, let's have a brief look at the previous century. What was the most important thing in the previous century? Journal Nature in 1999 made a list of the most influential inventions of the 20th century. And number one of them was the invention from 1908. It's a chemical. Under high pressure and high temperature, nitrogen is extracted from the thin air to make more than 500 million tons of artificial fertilizer per year. This invention made the 20th century stand out among all centuries ever in the human history, because it was the one that drove the population explosion from 1.6 billion people in 1900 to soon 10 billion. Now, without this stuff, half of humankind would not exist. This planet would sustain at only 4 to 5 billion people without that one invention, and soon 2 or 3 people on this planet will depend on this single invention. I think nothing else was remotely as influential as that. However, the AI explosion at the present century, I believe, is going to be much more impactful and much more grander than that, because there we're not talking about small numbers like 4 or 10. We're talking about trillions of trillions. And that has a lot to do with the fact that our computers are now being faster by a factor of 10 per euro per 5 years. This trend has held at least since 1941, when Cornell Zeus built the first slide. The Cornell Zeus built the first working program controlled computer. 75 years ago. Every 5 years since then, our computers are becoming 10 times cheaper than that. And this trend has been running for a very long time, but only recently we have approached the computational power of a small animal artificial intelligence. And in the near future, for the first time, I believe, we will have a computer that can compute as much as a human brain. And if this trend doesn't break, and I believe there is no reason why it should break, I believe we will have some small devices that can compute as much as all 10 billion human brains combined. That's all human brains combined. And that will not only be one device. We'll have many. We won't program these programs like we do to our current computers. We'll educate them. We'll train them what we do to our kids and babies. And one of the techniques that recently has become rebranded under the name deep learning, which is just a rebranding of an OPET. This technique is called artificial neural network. I wonder, has anybody here heard of artificial neural network? Never mind. Deep learning goes back at least 50 years ago. Many of the basic concepts and insights come from Europe, and they started 50 years ago in Ukraine, where a mathematician called Ivan Angle built the first really deep artificial neural networks that could learn from experience, and we have made a lot of progress since then. Renaissance that you're seeing down there is not just a tuple, it's really an RNN renaissance. That stands for recurrent neural networks, which are the deepest of all. And recurrent neural networks are the deepest and the most impactful artificial networks, and they are inspired a little by the human brain. The human brain, your brain, your cortex, has about 10 billion little processors, which are called neurons. That's small, shred. And each of them is connected to, on average, 10,000 other neurons. So, will you please do me a quick calculation? How many connections are there in your brain? Okay, that's the same answer. You got 100,000 billion connections in your brain. So that's very huge. That's very amazing. In the beginning, most of these connections are apparently randomly pre-wired, but through learning, through experience, and through some trial and errors, they are changed. And each connection strength indicates how much does this neuron there influence the neuron there. And here we see our simple artificial recurrent network, which also has input units like your retina or, in its case, a camera, where pixels are streaming into the system of acoustic sounds or something like pain signals or electric signals, and so on. They are streaming into the small system that's a little artificial brain, and their output nodes, which can produce action sequences, control the muscles of the robots, and in your case, your muscles. And between thinking taking place in these hidden neurons, and the art of my profession is to come up with a learning algorithm to reconnect these connections such that the initially dumb networks can solve some problems that they couldn't solve before, like your history or you did. And one of the best methods that can be widely used is called long short-term memory. This is a method that we have developed in our labs in Munich and Switzerland in early 90s. And they are much better than previous ones because they can learn very deeply, and it can solve some problems that you couldn't solve before, and it needs to solve something like long-term memories. Long short-term memory back then was just a curiosity, but now it has been widely used by some of the most powerful and valuable companies like Google, like Apple, and so on, which makes us very happy. And some people ask me, do you have a demo of your inventions? And I just ask them, do you have a smartphone? Because you have a little piece of us in your pocket. Whenever you take out your smartphone and you don't want to type into it, you can just write on a screen, and like this. And that's handwriting recognition. Or recently, you can just press on the little microphone there and speak to it, and it will recognize your speech. And that's speech recognition. The Google speech recognition is now based on our long short-term memory, which was developed since the early 90s with a couple of students in Meta. And it reached the current form more or less in the 2006. That's what others thought. So it's probably basically this 10-year-old technology. And this thing has learned from experience to recognize speech very well. And until 2015, it didn't work very well. And Google has another system for doing that. But it was really annoying. But finally, they replaced recognition is not only 5% or 10%, which was great, but almost 50%. And now even in a noisy restaurant, I speak to it and it can recognize your speech. Now this LSTM saw how universal and powerful you can also use it to translate from one language to the other. For example, you give a lot of examples of text from UN, and see our translation group is very helpful in translating from to the Chinese. This text originally written in English and then translated in French. In the beginning, the computer is really dumb and stupid and knows nothing about the French or English. Then it sees a lot of English sentences, and we force it to output some corresponding words in French. In between, the network is randomly pre-wired, and it doesn't know what to do. However, through a learning algorithm, all these connections change their strength, and after a long period of training, the thing has discovered the syntactic rules of English and some structures of French, and it knows how to explain or translate meanings from English to French. And the best system currently for translating automatically from one language to the other is based on this LSTM. Other networks of ours, like the leaf-forward networks that you can use for computer vision. In 2011, for the first time, we were able to achieve even superhuman performance when it came to pattern recognition. Pattern recognition is something our kids are doing very well, but I think it's much harder than playing chess. So how do I know that? Because 20 years ago, the best chess player in the world was no longer a human player. It's a machine. It's a program designed by this guy. And however, back then, no computer can recognize a single pattern like a glass, like faces, or like signs, as well as humans. So, but then in 2011, in a traffic sign recognition competition, for the first time, we have a superhuman performance there, and they perform the 3 times better than the nearest competitor. This shows that we're slowly creeping into that level of human performance in more and more domains. And remember, as I mentioned, every 10 years we're getting a factor of 100. So soon we will have other big networks which can not only achieve one superhuman performance on particular task, but on many different other tasks. We can apply the same techniques to something like medical imaging, brain imaging, and you see there is a picture, and it's a slice through a female breast, and you see all these little cells there, and some of them are good, some of them are not so good. They are in a pre-cancer stage. Normally, you need a doctor to recognize these things. You need some professional knowledge in details to recognize this, which one is good, which one is not so good. I'm not a doctor, but I can train our artificial neural networks on lots of data to perform comparable to one human doctors. And that's how it was in 2012. For the first time, we were able to win pattern recognition competitions in that really important domain. And here's the thing that Google is doing with our LSTM technique on commercial networks. There you see some text below each pictures. So that our translation group works very hard translating them from English to Chinese. You see this one. It says, originally in English, a herd of elephants walking across a dry grass field. And you look at the image. Yes, it's true. And And interesting is this is not said by people, it's automatically generated by AI. And so there was an LSTM network combined with another few artificial neural networks, which had